What's up, everybody? Happy belated Thanksgiving. I hope you guys had a great holiday with your family and friends. You're doing the things you wanted to do with the people you wanted to do it with. I had a great day. I was very grateful, especially for not having to have my Thanksgiving dinner off of a steak tray at 10:30 in the morning. Because from my personal experience, being locked up on Thanksgiving, that's when you have your Thanksgiving meal. I've only had the privilege to be in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts Department of Corrections fine prison system only in the county of Essex. And I've been to the Essex County Correctional Facility in Middleton, Mass. And also to the CAC in Lawrence. I think CAC stands for like Center of Alternative Corrections. I don't know. It's a pre-release. It's a minimum security pre-release in the beautiful city of Lawrence, Mass. And there's no fences. You get to wear your own clothes. You have contact visits. And the first Thanksgiving like that I was ever locked up was in 2002. I just turned 20. I had my 20th birthday at the farm. I spent Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's there. And that actually, it was much different back then. It was pretty lax. I mean, you're still in jail, so obviously it was not like a good time. I wouldn't call it a good time. You know, it wasn't, like I said, something that you would say is a good time. It was my first holiday, not being at home and with my family and my friends, being incarcerated. But at least they fed you well. I remember they at least gave you real food. It was like real. It wasn't like a whole turkey cooked. I remember it was like turkey breast, but it was real turkey, and they were slicing it, and they had all the sides. And the Spanish guys were making like homemade rice and beans and stuff. And when you were finished with your first serving, you come up and get seconds. And basically, they were letting people go until the food was gone. They weren't like cutting people off or like rushing you out of the cafeteria. This was at the farm in Lawrence. And also, I distinctly remember back then, like in 2002, especially on Christmas, I don't remember this on Thanksgiving, but my mother came up and they used to let people's families bring food in, and you could sit there in the cafeteria with your family and eat the food that they had brought or had like prepared for you. And like I remember like offering it to other people and their families and stuff. It was just like way more laid back then. Like the guys were cooler. Before I was there, like in the late 90s, I guess they used to let guys go back on the Merrimack River, because the farm in Lawrence, like the Merrimack River goes directly behind the property. Like the back building is right on the Merrimack River, and they used to let the guys go back there and fish, and I guess they used to have barbecues back in the day. Like, this was like in the 90s. The first time I was there was in 2002, and the first time I was ever in Middleton was in 2001, when I was at the ripe young age of 18. But so like I said, at least back then they were giving you real food. Like the last time I was in Middleton in 2017, I wasn't in the farm last time I was locked up. The last time I was in the farm was in 2013. But the last time I was in Middleton in 2017, the food was so awful. Like quality, quantity, everything about it was god awful. Like I remember going away in 2001, and like some of the meals I actually enjoyed. It wasn't even like that, oh, some meals were edible and some were, there was some meals I actually enjoyed. They used to have these little chicken croquet, I call them chicken balls, and I used to like actually like them. They give it to you with like rice pilaf and this like white gravy, chicken gravy. And I remember people would be giving them to me on my tray. I'd be sitting there in the cafeteria in Middleton when I was on 80 lower and I was 18, like dogging it. I legit liked it. And I remember the first time we had like a mix, like with the ramen and the rice and like the chopped up summer sausage and the cheese. And when we made the first mix, I liked it. I mean, it's probably one of the most unhealthy, gross things you can eat. It binds you up in your stomach and it clogs your arteries. And it's like probably about 3 months worth of sodium in one meal, but it's delicious. I mean, I could like recreate and show you guys how to do a meal. I'm sure there's like a million prison tube channels that do that. And that's why I think that, this isn't one of my usual videos, but it's not that far off, like the spectrum. I'm talking about spending a holiday incarcerated, locked up. It's not that far off from the organized crime stuff I do, because a lot of the guys I talk about in research and stuff and talk about in the videos, they've not only spent countless Thanksgiving holidays locked up, but some of them are spending, every one for the rest of their life incarcerated. I don't know how people wrap their heads around that, being sentenced to multiple decades in prison or life in prison. I guess it's like anything else. You either do, you don't. Nobody really knows what they can handle or what they can't handle until they're actually there and going through it. Like everybody likes to say, you know, they know what they would do or what they wouldn't do or what they can handle and what they wouldn't, like what they can't handle. But nobody really knows until you're experiencing it yourself. You know, I spoke to a wise man on the phone, and he said that, you know, personal experience that he went through. And stuff I've talked about in videos before, and it's a guy like I've talked to in real life because of like the videos. And he said, you know, a lot of people say they would do what I did, but how many actually do? You know, and it's true. He's right. I'm not gonna say his name because I don't know if he wants me to say his name out loud, but it's true. Like, you don't know. I don't know like what I'm capable of unless I'm in the actual situation. So who knows? If I get handed a life sentence, would I buckle or would I just, you know, take it on the chin? I don't know. All I know is though, gratefully, I'm not in that situation, and I don't know what I don't personally know what it's like to have to accept a life sentence. So I don't want to ever be in that situation where I'm never gonna spend another holiday or birthday with my children again. And that's why it's all about choices, and that's why I say at the end of every video, make good choices, make good decisions, because it's I'm not being corny. Like, it really is that simple. It's about the choices and decisions we make. You know, if we make good choices, if I make good choices, my life is probably going to be better than if I make bad choices. But I also can't lie either and say that the holidays that I was incarcerated were some of the worst holidays that I've ever had, because that's not true. I've had, while being in jail or like an institution for the holidays is obviously not a good time, I've had worse times on the street than I have locked up because of like the way that I was living and the choices and decisions that I was making, you know? Time to time I like to make the videos that aren't 100% focused on like organized crime and stuff like that, and hopefully some people will watch it. And a couple of weeks ago when I made the video about the 10 most dangerous cities in Massachusetts, I was only expecting like a couple hundred people to watch it, because usually when I don't make a video about organized crime, only a couple hundred people watch it, and a couple thousand people actually watch it. So I'm still going to try from time to time to put out other videos, and once in a while it's nice to try to share something that's maybe a little bit more personal and could help somebody. I know people are entertained and enjoy like the documentary style stuff I do, where I research and I put out like factual stuff that's not based on like my own personal experiences. I'm talking about other people, and I have to do like the research and get the facts and stuff right. And I know a lot of my viewers and subscribers, like that's the kind of content that they enjoy. But this kind of stuff is something that I'm hoping maybe it can help somebody who's maybe struggling, thinks that they're going through stuff that nobody else is experiencing or has gone through, think that they're alone. Well, you're certainly not. And then like also people who have maybe like the situation I'm in now, like you have been in jail before, you've been in like the throes of addiction, and now you've made it to the other side, and like your life is going better, you know, and maybe like listen to stuff and it'll maybe make you'll feel like gratitude and grateful and be like, man, wow, I've come like a long way. Because like honestly, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, and like the point of this video isn't be like, look at me guys, I'm so awesome, like everybody give me a round of applause and tell me, leave all the comments about how awesome I am and stuff. But it's just like I yesterday, like during Thanksgiving, like I'm with my children, I'm in my own apartment that like I'm paying rent for. Like I'm not crashing with some chick, I'm not like sleeping in my mom's basement, I'm not sleeping on my buddy's sofa. Like this is my apartment, it's my name on the lease. Like I work hard to like keep the roof over my head here, and like I cooked all the food yesterday. Like, you know, it's just from having my, you know, Thanksgiving meals like handed me on state trays, and just being in like much worse situations. Yesterday I had a certain sense of gratitude and peace and contentment, you know, and that's nice, because I don't really think there's much more for me personally anyways that I can ask for in my life at this point as a 41-year-old man. All the crazy stuff that I've done and been through in the past, there's not really much more than I can ask for, besides like the fact that I just want my children to be healthy and happy and have like a nice life and be able to provide for them. But for me personally, just to have, for me personally, for what I can ask for myself, there's not much more that I can ask myself than just to have like a little bit of peace and a little bit of like just that feeling like content, like I'm okay, you know, like I feel okay, like I have everything, like in the moment I'm in present right now, like I have everything I need, like right now, you know. That's a pretty awesome feeling. Like yesterday, like I felt like that. I felt like a certain sense of peace. Like things aren't perfect, you know. My life is extremely difficult. I got two kids with two different women. Uh, People bought my building last year. They jacked my rent up 400. They just sent me another letter a week ago telling me like in April it's going up another $250. Everything else is so expensive. You know, it's just like life is stressful. You know, it's tough, but it's like it's also very good. You know, it's way better than when I was spending holidays in the clink in friggin' Middleton or at the farm, having Deputy Finari, you know, like ragging on me in front of a whole group of people, you know, in the cafeteria, you know, crapping on me, telling me how I'm doing the life installment plan as a 20-year-old. Been here 3 times already. You're only 20 years old. Like embarrassing me in front of all these people. Like I don't have to experience that anymore. I don't have to be all like can't look myself in the mirror because my cheeks are all sunk in and I weigh 120 pounds and I don't want to go like face my family and I you know on the holidays and stuff like my life's not like that anymore. And like I'm saying, I don't mean to make this like a heavy video on making people like, oh man, what's he doing this stuff for? But you know, it's not. I don't think there's anything wrong with talking about this stuff once in a while, or being honest, or like opening up and sharing some stuff if it's like gonna help another person or help me in the meantime. This stuff is immensely helpful to me. Like making the videos, period, is helpful just for the simple fact that it's a positive use of my time instead of me like fueling my vices or sitting around like stressing or having anxiety about things that I can't control. At least I can channel my energy and my time into something positive, making like the videos and documentaries that I make. But especially if I can share stuff from my personal experience and it's like helping me to talk about this stuff and remember like where I've come from and how far I've come, and also to be able to potentially be helpful to other people who might be struggling or going through things. There's like there's just there's so many positives to this whole process of being having the YouTube channel and making the videos. Like it's like anything. It's what you choose and like the energy you put into it and like the kind of stuff you make. I want to try to do more positive stuff, like maybe organized crime, mobster stuff all the time. Isn't like the best energy to be sending out there in the world. But like I don't want you guys to stress out and think like I'm not gonna do that kind of stuff anymore. I'm still gonna make like my documentary type videos about, you know, underworld lore and Boston folklore and street legends and stuff like that. But maybe, like I said, make it more about Boston lore and not so much just organized crime lore. You know, I don't know. I've been just kind of going back and forth. Like, yeah, like the only videos that people seem to want to watch that I make are about that kind of stuff. But just because of that, it'd be like, well, that's all people want to watch, so that's all I can make. No, it's like I have a choice of what kind of stuff I can make, and then if people watch it, they watch it. That's what I'm talking about things that I have power over and things that I don't have power over. I have power over like making a well put together video that's good content. But what I don't have control over is if people watch it or not. That's something that's completely out of my hands. I can say that, but to accept that is a much different thing. Because sometimes, like when I put a video out, people don't watch it. Obviously, it makes me feel bad. Like, oh, my video I wasn't a good video. Sometimes I'll make a video and I think it's really good, and people don't really. It's not received that well. And sometimes videos that I don't think are anything special, you know, kind of blow up. But either way, I feel at this point I'm getting into the point of rambling and getting away from the message that I was trying to get across. So I don't think I need to keep going on and on. I think I've made my point. I'm grateful to not be in an institution or in jail getting my Thanksgiving dinner on a state tray at 10:30 in the morning. I'm grateful to not be out there on the streets running amok. I'd rather be in my apartment having Thanksgiving dinner with my family. You know, people I care about me. I wish you guys, like I said, I wish you guys all had a great Thanksgiving. If you didn't, I pray for you guys. I hope you got something out of this video. I hope it wasn't like, oh my God, what is this kid doing? I hope I wasn't like being too sappy or too whatever. I just hope you guys got something out of it and it was positive. Like I said, I hope you guys had happy Thanksgiving. I hope you guys have a great week going forward. Don't worry, I will have something coming forward. If I can get a little bit of time away from my kids this weekend, I'll work on a video and you might get it by the end of the weekend. If not, sometime next week you'll be getting my usual type videos about Boston lore. I'm working on a couple good stories. I actually have some viewers and subscribers helping me and feeding me some firsthand knowledge on stuff that you can't really get on the internet. So I got a couple different ones I'm working on. I'm not really sure which one I want to present first. But either way, there's some good stuff coming down the line. Thank you again for all the support in this past month. That video blowing up, it's almost at 200,000 views at this point. Like I said, like that video alone is like almost gonna pay for my January rent. I can't express the gratitude I have to all you guys that watch my stuff and support me, comment and say nice things. Even the people that comment and troll me and say messed up things, thanks for watching too. I hope you guys have a great day. Like I always say, make good choices, make good decisions, take good care of yourselves, your loved ones, your family, your friends, your fellow human beings. Try to have a great day. I'll talk to you guys soon. God bless.